Yo, we used to jam. That actually was like a Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah.
We would turn that on and we would dance.
Well, it's like
crazy.
Charlie Brown to me. I mean, I know there's a Christmas one and there's a Halloween one. I watched the Halloween one actually recently.
It's funny as frick.
Oh, it's so funny. It's also like there's a lot of like political comments in there. It's really funny. Like,
wait, I don't.
Or
remember.
not political. Like court, like law. Like they reference like the law or like being in court.
Really?
Multiple times in the Halloween one. It's kind of funny, but you can tell that like people don't grow up on Charlie Brown anymore.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Like, I don't know. I just feel like the kids these days don't grow up on Charlie Brown. And you can tell.
It's a real problem.
You can tell.
I miss the days when I would look at someone and be like, "You've watched Pigpen. You smell like you've watched Pigpen." I'm just joking. Oh, man. All right. Well,
what are we doing today?
We are throwing a Thanksgiving episode at our listeners.
We are.
And just talking about the things that we're thankful for. But in
a cool way.
Let me just say we put a spin
on
it. Oh, snap.
I will say I think this is pretty genius of you.
Thank you. Let's go.
It got more genius as you thought, too.
Thank you. So, yeah, I will say that the idea popped for us to come up with a wheel, a spinner of categories, but we would come up with the wheel secretly for one another.
Yeah.
So that technically I don't know what categories of thankfulness that are on the wheel that Jesse made for me, and vice versa.
Right.
So it kind of
can't like preemptively choose what you're thankful for.
Right.
It's exactly. Be off the dome.
Off the
dome of Thanksgiving.
Off the niggity noggin. It's just a funny word before noggin. That's all it was.
Holding my breath on that one.
Yeah, for sure. We would never go there. It's not who we are. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Song of the week.
Song of the week for me. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Kind of carryover from last week, I think. But me and the kids have been just listening to the Beatles a ton. Surprise, surprise. So my song of the week this week is The Ballad of John and Yoko by the Beatles. It's such a great song.
Yeah. Love that one.
I do too.
Nice.
Yep.
My song of the week is When Winter Comes by Artie Shaw. It's like an old, oh my gosh, what decade is that? 50s?
Okay.
60s, maybe. But it's just like, it's got such a good little sound to it. And let's see what year it's from. 1939.
39. What was the name of the song?
When Winter Comes. Artie Shaw. It was in the movie The Holdovers, which is a really good movie for this time of year.
I don't know if I've ever heard
You haven't.
Of this movie.
It came out last year. I've told you that you should watch it because
Got it.
It's so good. Paul Giamatti. It's the one where like the kid wasn't like even trying out for the movie, but then like they found him on the campus that they were filming on.
Okay.
Such a good film. It won some awards and stuff like that too.
Okay.
And it's actually like so funny. It's kind of like Good Will Hunting meets like Dead Poet Society, but like a Christmas movie.
We were having that conversation.
Yeah. And not as sad.
Okay. Solid.
Yeah.
Nah, I will have to watch that.
But it's in that movie. Or that's where I heard it, at least originally. And it's just like a good old Christmas, winter, holiday type vibe.
That. I like that.
But it's not like overtly Christmas.
Yeah, I get that.
It's more like holiday dinner party.
Oh.
Which I kind of like.
I feel like that was a great description. I mean, without having heard the song.
Yeah. But once you hear it, you'll be like, she was right.
This is so holiday dinner party.
Yeah.
That's legit.
All right.
All right. Should we start with our wheels of
Yeah.
thankfulness?
We should.
Here.
Hear ye.
Yeah, there we go.
The year of
Who's going first?
I'll spin first.
All right. So
you're answering
So I'm
first.
answering first. Let's get it. Woo! The wheel. Are you like recording? Are you like screen recording the wheel?
Oh,
or?
I haven't been.
Okay.
But I could be.
Well,
I'll take a screenshot.
got it.
We have a winner.
All right.
It tells you when you spin on it.
Yeah.
Okay, a piece of clothing / accessories. Also,
Wow.
preface this. Some of them are serious things. Some of them are fun things.
Yeah,
Some of them are just like random little things in life. So this is one of my more random ones for you.
Yeah. All right. I have this one hat that is.
Is it the hat you're wearing?
No, it's not the hat that I'm wearing.
Okay.
This is a Milwaukee Bucks hat. The hat that I am really thankful for.
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it the like corduroy one?
I have like multiple corduroy.
The brown
hats.
corduroy one?
It is not, but that's a great hat.
Okay.
It's a great
It
hat.
is a great hat. Navy corduroy?
No, that's
Okay.
also a great hat though.
All right.
All right. So my favorite hat is, or the one that I'm thankful for, I guess I should say, it's a red Vancouver Grizzlies, like an NBA team. It's red and it's got teal on it, and it is just it's solid. It's solid.
Can't even do that.
It's actually it was not the noise I was attempting to make.
I can't. It was like
It was like there we go.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the hat. That's the piece right there.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with that hat.
There you go.
Hallelujah. All right.
I honestly didn't write any of mine about like directly about God or like the spiritual aspect of our lives because I just knew pretty much all of them in some way would like cross over to that.
Yeah.
Because everything about our lives is like about that.
Good point. Yeah, you're right.
So that if they're like, she didn't even ask him about God. That's why.
Well, I have one that's like that, but we'll see when it comes up. All right, here we go. Spinning, spinaroo. Here we go. All right. Am I supposed to take a screenshot?
Vacation you've taken.
A vacation that you've taken.
I took a screenshot of the wheel.
Oh, right. Let me take a screenshot of the wheel.
We have a winner.
I'll take off the ones that like have been done.
Oh, that's smart.
So
that's
that
smart.
way we don't roll the same one over again.
Vacation you've taken. Oh, that's such a good one.
Thanks.
Tailored to me because I travel.
Because you travel like crazy.
Not so much anymore, but yeah, I used to.
You have.
I am super thankful, I guess, probably the most of every trip for getting to go to Latvia with our aunt and uncle and our cousins when they were adopting our cousin Erica, because it was like super impromptu. They texted me like a couple days before and were like, hey, you busy? Like, want to come with us for a month to Europe? I was like, yeah. And I got back the day before your and Kiana's bridal shower.
Oh, that's right.
And so it was like,
right.
and the day before I left was like a wedding that I filmed. So it was like crazy timing.
Yeah,
and
like perfect.
just all that stuff. But that trip was
nestled right in the 1 month where it was possible.
Right. And it was just such a good trip. And like, I learned a lot, I feel like, on that trip. And it was the first time I was like away somewhere for like a long time like that.
Yeah.
Especially like, I think that was my first time in Europe as well.
That sounds right for sure.
I had been to Africa before that, so I had like stopped like in layovers and stuff. But I don't think by that point I had actually like been in Europe. And it was just cool to go to Latvia too, because most people would never think to go to Latvia. And because Eastern Europe, it's like right by Russia. And it was so beautiful and it was so cool. And it was such a good experience.
Yeah.
And like just really sweet with our family, and like the circumstance of adopting Erica and everything was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah.
That's a legit trip.
Yeah. It was like,
The footage
it felt
from
magical.
that trip is really cool.
Yeah. The video, I loved, that was like the funnest thing for me, was like, oh, go on a trip
Filming
and make
that
a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. All right.
Oh, I got to spin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dun,
I was about to spin again. I just like spinning. This is the same wheel that me and the kids use every time we play any game to determine who goes first.
Oh, wow.
This is the wheel that we use.
Something about yourself
Oh, shoot.
that you're thankful for.
Okay, well, there's so many. Oh gosh. Okay. I think the thing about myself that I'm most thankful for is that I just don't take anything too seriously. Which I know, like, for some people that's like a negative thing, like you're a child. Like, yeah, I am, and that's perfectly fine.
Grown-up kids.
Yeah, there we go. Like, and it's not like I mean, maybe at times there's like some immaturity, childishness there that like you got to grow through, but I think it's like the childlike nature. I think that's something that like I have, and I would never want to live without it. So
Yeah,
I'm thankful for that. Hey, thanks for making me self-reflect a little bit. I appreciate it.
That was a good one.
All right,
that
you
is
ready?
something great about you.
Here we go. Oh man, just the wheel spinning feels so freaking cool. All right.
We do need to screen record at least one wheel spin.
All right. Something coming up soon in your life that you're thankful for. Something soon.
Well, there's like a really obvious answer I could go with. But
there's also less obvious answers that
yeah,
you could
there
go
are.
with.
Oh, there's a little fly. There are less obvious answers. I will say something I am thankful for that I get to do soon is Kaden and I are going to the Thanksgiving Day parade downtown.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I've never done that before, but I've always wanted to go.
Yeah.
To like the one in New York, or Detroit is the second biggest one next to New York.
Yeah, in the country, yeah.
So kind of cool that we have that like right there. And I've never done it. And I've always wanted to go. So
let's go.
And it'll be fun. We're going to take the bus, which I've also never done, but they've done it a bunch of times.
That's
and
fire.
then you like get hot chocolate and stuff like that and watch the parade.
Is this something that the Bohans do every year?
I think they've done it many times.
Okay.
I don't know if they do it every year, but they do it a lot.
That's legit.
And they've done it many times. So.
This is just something, there's an opportunity for you to do something for the first time that Caden's like, he has experiences doing this.
Yeah.
That's cool. He gets to bring you into something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
And he's talked
sweet.
about, he's like actually really excited to do it for like, he's like, oh, it's just going to be so fun.
Yeah.
So
totally.
I'm excited.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The Detroit Thanksgiving Day Parade.
It'll be busy because they also do the turkey trot and the Lions games that day. So
yeah,
part of why we're taking the bus, so then we don't have to find parking.
And then later that day, you coming over to our house.
Yeah,
doing Thanksgiving with us,
which is also going to be so fun.
I know. Watch the Lions with the kids. Oh my gosh, Maisie and Jude, because I had stuff on Sunday.
Yeah.
After church, and the Lions played at 1:00.
Yeah.
So when Maisie and Jude were like, hey, we're going to watch the Lions and we'll tell you the score when you get home. And I was like, okay, sweet. So I like made sure not to find out the score and everything. So I walked in the house, and the moment I walked in the house, like they didn't say hi first. They didn't give me a hug or anything.
Oh, wow. And they like dominated.
Jude ran over to the door. I'm like taking my shoes off, and he's like, the bad team has, I can't remember, 6. The bad team got 6. And the Lions got 52 or something. Yeah. I forget the score.
It was like 55.
It's something like,
crazy.
Yeah, the Lions
like,
smoked the Jaguars.
Boring game because they just dominated.
It's like boring and exciting because it's just like we're so good right now.
Yeah.
This is the only time in our lives that we've been this good. Ugh. So yeah, but no, Jude was freaking out.
That's really cute.
I'm excited on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
When the Lions play, like you guys are over, like they're gonna be excited to kind of watch the game and pay attention.
What time is the Lions game on?
I actually don't know. I haven't looked. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Right. I was gonna guess like 4:00, but I could. Yeah, there's no point to guess because I have no idea.
Got it. Okay, my next one. I already spun it.
Oh, okay.
While you were talking,
sweet,
is a characteristic about Kiana, like a characteristic of Kiana that you're thankful for, or just something about Kiana that you're thankful for. Kiana is Seth's wife.
Yeah,
that wasn't clear to you.
That's my wife.
And my sister-in-law.
True. Also true. I think it's very hard to narrow down, truthfully.
Yeah, right.
She does so many things just so well. I think the biggest one that I'm thankful for is, thank you, fruit fly. I think it's when we laugh together. Like I know that doesn't sound like it's a quality of hers. Like it's more like an experience with her.
I mean, that works.
But when her and I are laughing together, that is my favorite, like, out of all the people. And I know that's sad because, like, I love laughing with so many
No, but I
different
feel
people.
like that's totally.
But when it's me and her
Yeah.
cracking up about something and, like, it's that real laughter that you just can't
that's
hold
really
back,
sweet.
that is my favorite version of laughter that I can experience on her.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
I think that is it. I mean, I could go so many directions with this.
Yeah,
like,
right. And it's your wife, like, obviously.
She's like a
Marion loved
she's
her
like
for
a
a reason.
bloodhound. Like when she's got something, like she smells the scent
focused.
of something that's like in her sights of something she wants to accomplish or find or do. You could not stop her if you parked a train in a circle around her. She would just find a way. Like you could try to enclose her in something and it's just like she'll just outthink you or outsmart you and still find a way to get to that thing or you know what I'm saying? She's just, that's another quality that I love. That's more of like a quality than an experience with her, I guess. But,
right.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she's great. So
Yeah, she's amazing.
hard to narrow it down, eh?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Which is good.
It is good. Okay. I had to make sure I deleted the last one. Here we go now. Oh, what do you know? Family member.
Oh.
There we go.
That I'm thankful for?
A family member that you're thankful for, because we know you're thankful for all of them.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And I know you want to say me, but let's just take me out of the
equation. Are you
equation.
thinking like immediate family or all family?
Just any family member.
Okay.
Any family member that
I'm
you're
gonna go
thankful
wild
for.
card. I mean, this is hard because I love.
It's every family member
love
is wonderful.
So many people.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
But, but can I group two people together?
Sure.
Okay, great. I'm gonna say, and I know at least one of them is gonna hear this too, which is part of why I want to say it. But I am so thankful for our cousins Ingrid and Ginny. They're younger than us. They're both in high school right now, I think.
It sounds right, but also time flies.
I'm almost positive. Yeah. Ingrid's at least a freshman.
9th grade, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
But they we've been around since they were born. So we've seen them grow up. But as they've grown up, and even when they were little, they're so fun to be around. Like just so themselves and goofy and happy. But also when I lived with them, just seeing their personalities and watching them grow and stuff like that and figure things out was really fun. And sometimes really difficult because I was their nanny. So definitely gotten some tussles. But
some tussles.
But always would still feel so loved by them.
Yeah.
And even moments I remember one moment that I had in Wisconsin when I lived with them being so difficult and one of the harder moments of my life. And I was just sobbing. And both of them just came up and hugged me. And they didn't know what was going on or anything like that. And then now them being older, Ginny will just roast the crap out of me.
Oh man,
but it's so funny. I think she's hilarious. I welcome it because I'm just you're so creative and it's hilarious watching you come up with this stuff so fast. And Ingrid is just so funny and happy. She's just one of the most joyful people to be around. And
she got one of those smiles that in every stage of her life, her smile somehow has stayed the same.
Yeah,
from when
and
she was
so,
a baby
so
until
cute
now
and so
she's in high
beautiful.
school. Yeah.
We always used to joke I never saw Ingrid's eyes because she was just always smiling. And so I just was yeah, I never even see your eyes. Her smile is so
she's
big.
One
when
of
it's
the
so sweet.
smiliest persons.
But just even just the way both of them carry themselves, the way that they they stand up for the things that they believe in as teenagers.
Yeah.
In a time when like most teenagers don't do that, but they don't do it in like a harsh way. I feel like I've seen both of them do it with a lot of grace and a lot of love, but also like they're very real about things.
Dang.
And they're just a reflection of like their parents are really great, and all of their siblings are also just as amazing. Like I'm not trying to single them out and say the rest of them aren't great, because there's 6 of them, 5 of them now, but like,
and there's a bunch of other cousins that we're super thankful for. And
love all of our family. Just those 2 in particular, I feel like, just especially in the last like couple years as they've gotten to be in like high school age, like they're so fun to like hang out with and be around, like as a friend or as a peer. They feel less
like little cousins.
Right, yeah. Right. So
100%.
I love them so much.
That's
Thankful
awesome.
for them.
Love that.
All right.
Shout out to Ginny and Ingrid.
Virginia is her name, but we call her Ginny.
Ginny, yeah.
Because honestly, Ginny is such a sick nickname.
It's a great nickname.
Couldn't talk.
Such a sick name.
Oh, okay. Something your kids have said to you. See, I was like, this could go either way. It could be something really funny, or it could be something like sweet that's like encouraged you as a dad or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, something you're thankful for that your kids have said to you.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with a sweet one.
Okay.
I was putting Jude to bed probably like a month or 2 ago now. I think I told you about this because it was a really cool moment for me. But I was putting Jude to bed, and this one phrase that I always say to him is, "I love being your dad." Like I just tell him that all the time.
That's really sweet.
And I just want him to, like, and I say that to Maisie too. It's something that like I've just tried to make like a regular part of like my interactions with them.
Yeah.
Especially like at the end of the day, you're going to bed or whatever. And the one night I was laying down next to his bed, and so there's a lot of times where I'll lay in there until he falls asleep. Not every night, but and so we had been laying there, and it was pretty quiet for a while, and then he woke back up a little bit, and we were talking, and I said, "Bro," and he said, "You love being my dad?" It was hilarious.
That's really
sweet. I hadn't said it that night yet, or had forgot or whatever, and I don't remember if that's what I was trying to say next or not.
Yeah.
But all I remember I just remember being like, "Bro." And then he came out with like, "You love being my dad?"
That's so sweet.
His voice right now is just like that cute little voice.
Yeah.
And it hasn't like his voice hasn't like matured or whatever yet.
Yeah.
It was one of the coolest moments.
It's like obviously I want his voice to like, I want him to be able to like grow up and like all that, but also I'm like, I just want him to like stay.
Yeah.
Have that cute little voice forever.
I know. I'll share one more.
Okay.
Just super quick. We were in the car after camp, and Kiana had run into a store to return something, and we're sitting in the parking lot, me, Maisie, Jude. Oliver hadn't been born yet, and it was just like a few months ago. And Maisie was asking me about the veil being torn. Yeah, which was like, what? But at the same time, like, she was in there for moments at camp during worship and all sorts of stuff, and like,
wow, that's really cool.
Around those conversations. So she was asking me about the veil being torn, and she is someone that like up until that point in her life, and I'm not worried about it. I think it's funny, and I just know like she'll grow out of it. Anytime we would try to talk about God or talk about Jesus or Holy Spirit, anytime we'd ask her to pray, she would be so resistant. She would just be like, we'd be like, "Maisie, do you want to pray? Like, you can lead, and like we'll even follow." Or like, "Do you just want to pray?" And no, I don't want to pray. No, I don't want to pray. Like she's so resistant.
Yeah.
And so we get back from camp, we're in the car in the parking lot, and she's like, what is tear the veil and whatever. So I got the chance to explain like when Jesus died, the veil was torn.
Yeah.
And it signifies the way that like, that the Lord is everywhere and not just like, whatever. Which I don't know. there's so much more there doctrinally to talk about or think
right.
about.
But she's also 5.
Right. And also, I think even for me, like I'm learning still.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So explain the veil being torn. And then I explained how like instead of just like one place being like holy ground, like now everywhere is holy ground for us. Like everywhere that we walk, because we are holy and righteous, everywhere that we walk is like holy ground and blah, blah, blah. And everywhere that we are is like a time and a place that we're with him.
Yeah.
And so Maisie had asked and then she was like, like, thank you, God, for tearing the veil and all this stuff. And Jude is putting his feet on the back of my seat and going, this chair is holy ground. It was just this very hilarious moment.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was this hilarious, but also just like super genuine moment of like growth and like revelation for them.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sick.
That's so
it was
cool.
Great. It was great.
That's hilarious.
I had a lot of fun with that one.
That's awesome.
That was a super long-winded answer, but
that's okay.
We having fun.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, this is a good one.
This is kind of fun that it's a surprise.
I know, right? Film director.
Oh, that is fun. Oh man. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's like some real obvious choices, and then there's some not as obvious choices.
Thanks.
Oh, this is difficult. I'm struggling.
Don't struggle.
I'm trying to think of one that I'm like thankful. There's like movies I like, but then I'm like, what's like a film director that did something that like actually affected me to where I'd say like I'm thankful for them.
Okay.
I don't even necessarily think I know who directed this film, so I'm gonna go look it up and then tell you that I'm thankful for them.
Wow.
Oh.
What film?
Duh. Ben Stiller. Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Wow, wait, did he direct that
Yeah, he
movie?
did. I did know that too. I
did not.
Definitely forgot.
That's impressive.
But I just love that movie. It makes you think, and then it makes you like want to live life and be thankful for life. But it also doesn't make you feel like, at least when I watch it, I don't feel bad about like daydreaming or thinking things in my brain. I'm like, no, the things that I'm thinking are actually really cool.
Yeah.
And like, that's a good thing. I almost feel like you could walk away from that movie like, oh, it's not good to like be in your head. But also I think like that's part of why he did all the things that he did, was because he was in his head and he's so creative and like deep thinking. But then it's just like he had to kind of like not be afraid.
Right. It's like there's a marriage between the two things.
Right.
If you didn't daydream, he wouldn't have done any of it.
Right. If you don't have any dreams, then you're not going to like walk any of your dreams out.
Right.
And I feel like that I relate to that a little bit because I'm very in my head. But then I also am like, well, I actually want to do these things.
Yeah.
And I just, everything about that movie, I feel like has shaped, like when I watch that movie, I'm like, oh, it's very obvious to me that this was like the foundation for me wanting to do film. Like the way that it's filmed, the way that it looks, the way it's edited, the pace of it, the feel, the acting, the dialogue, like the humor, everything. Like was like, this definitely had an impact on me and it still does. Even like just the way that every time we travel somewhere, I would record all of it and then like edit it to a song. And like even the music from that movie is so good.
You've used those songs.
I even like went to Iceland where a lot of that movie was filmed. Like saw some of the places that they were at in the movie. So it's like, yeah, I'm thankful for that movie, but I'm thankful for Ben Stiller as a director.
There we go.
And he's also like, he's just great. He's a great actor.
He's done so much. It's so
Night
good.
at the Museum, and like he's in Heavyweights, and he's just in so many things.
His role in Heavyweights is
I really
genius.
like him as an actor. Yeah, it is very genius. And I feel like,
come here, you devil log.
I forgot about that quote. But yeah, so my answer is Ben Stiller.
Man. Fire. Yeah. I like it.
Oh.
I was gonna say, just so everyone knows, how'd you find out about The Secret Life of Walter Mitty as a movie? Like
was it from you?
Who told you about it? Who
was it from you?
Oh, Thank you. Yes, it was me.
I
Wow.
don't remember.
I appreciate it.
In light of talking about movies, what's a movie quote that you're thankful for?
Come here, you devil log. That was perfect timing.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? This morning, I was thinking about the movie Heavyweights, and I was thinking about how
That's funny.
back in the day when Dan and Renee were the youth pastors, and we would go to camp every year, and like Mike and Matt Upshur were the guys on the bus that would like really run things and like make sure the bus is,
Yeah.
everyone's chilling and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was a yearly thing. It was a tradition, that we had to watch Heavyweights on the guys' bus to camp.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so
You should bring that back.
I know. I feel like the movie's amazing.
Yeah,
And it just gets everyone in the right mindset.
the camp mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
A movie quote that I'm thankful for. Holy mackerel. This is crazy. It's such
You gotta think like, what do you say the most that like you use the most?
Yeah.
What would have the most impact on your daily life if it wasn't a movie quote that you used all the time?
Oh,
Like, what would you be lacking?
Whew.
Wow.
It's such a big question. The scope of where you could go with this is as wide as planet Earth. I think I think I would go with this is crazy. Man, I feel like an idiot right now. I just don't know. I don't know if any movie quotes really impact my day to day.
Well, okay, take away the high stakes of it.
Right.
Just what's a movie quote that you love that you're thankful for that you can use?
All right. Well, one of my favorite movie quotes of all time is from the movie Ocean's 12. Oddly enough, we brought this up in our last episode because we were talking about it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can't believe I didn't think of this. I listened back to that episode and I was like, it's so weird that I didn't think of this quote first.
Oh.
But in Ocean's 12, at the very end, when George Clooney and Julia Roberts are like there and they're kind of revealing to Lamarck, or they're revealing to Lure
Yeah.
that they they beat him. And he's like realizing it. And he's like, you spoke to Lamarck. You spoke to Lamarck. He's like really puzzled.
Yeah.
I love that quote because every time he says it, I'm just like, yeah, what's up, dude? They won. And it's just like that realization. He's so cocky.
Yeah.
And then he loses.
Yeah.
Well, that means you spoke to Lamarck. I love that quote. So
That's a good
we'll go
quote.
with that one.
That's a good one.
Fire.
Love it.
That was really difficult.
Yeah.
That was really difficult. You really put me on the spot with that one.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's the whole point of the game. The wheel of thanks screwed me. All right, here we go. All right.
Screwed me.
A game that you played as a child.
Oh, I have it.
That quickly?
Right off
Screw
the dome.
you. Just kidding.
I have it.
Wow.
It's a video game.
Wow. All right, go for it.
Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing.
That game was the junk.
Loved that game.
Yeah.
There were few games that I would play as a kid where like I would play them with you and then I loved it enough to play it on my own and want to be good at it outside of playing it with you.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Yeah.
I loved that game. Not other Crash Bandicoots, because there are more. Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing.
Yeah, that game
That
was
was
so
like
fun.
maybe the most elite video game I feel like I've ever played. Like
yeah.
I mean, Lego Star Wars is up there, obviously. Old Battlefront is up there.
Mm-hmm.
I love like Call of Duty. We used to play that all the time, but like
we did.
so fun. But Tag Team Racing, just it was like Mario Kart, but so much better.
It was
which
crazy.
It doesn't feel like I should say that because I do love Mario Kart.
Do you remember how the cars would you'd
fuse the cars together. You would like press a button in the race.
The gunner.
Yeah, someone would gun while the other person was driving. And, like the little like things that you would like collect and then like throw and stuff like that. Like the giant cow that would like explode.
Oh, that's right.
And,
or
like,
the big ship.
Yeah, and it'd be like moo. Like all those little things. And just the whole like gameplay itself, because it was like you had the racing, but then there was a whole world that you also like had to go through to beat the game.
Yeah, the game was like a Crash Bandicoot, like kind of free open world-ish
version. It was almost like a amusement park.
It was.
It was an amusement park. Yeah. And then there's like the chickens everywhere that you'd like collect and all that stuff. And
that was crazy good game.
Just so
one of the greatest video games ever made.
And then they came out with couple years ago, they came out with Crash Bandicoot Nitro or something like that.
That's way older. That's a PS1 game that then they kind of revamped.
Yeah, but the way they branded it made it seem like they were like bringing all of the different games onto one that you could play on a PS4. And I got it for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And it was just, it's not the same.
No, it's not.
It's not tag team racing.
Yeah.
And like I'm begging them to bring back tag team racing for the PS4 or PS5.
I wonder if we should check after this, but I wonder if it's available to purchase where it's like digital only and it's like a download and like you can totally play it now.
Oh, I would love that.
It's possible that it's available.
Genuinely, like I would spend my evenings playing that fully on my own if it was available. Like I loved that game.
The game was just
so
crazy
much
good. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I'm thankful for that one.
Tag team racing.
And it had so many fun memories. Like we would stay up so late. Even with our friend Helen. Helen and I got into it.
Wait,
we would stay up so late playing that game. Like 3 or 4 in the morning on like a Saturday night. And I'd wake up super early for church the next morning. But like, I loved that game.
It's a great game.
I'm going to screen record this one.
Nice. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, brother.
Ooh, brother.
Ooh, brother.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Oh, dog. Yeah.
We're getting to the end of it.
Yeah, I only got 4 more. This is the... Okay. An aspect of your job.
All right.
That you're thankful for.
An aspect of my job. I feel like this one is so simple. It's so easy. But I just get to I get to do fun things with students all the time. It's so cool.
Yeah, your job is fun.
Like, actually, a great example. Hannah and I were...
Seth's assistant.
Right. Hannah and I were... we took our middle school student leaders, 7th and 8th graders. We took them bowling. Just like spend a day connecting with them, having fun, hanging out. When we get together with our student leaders, it's usually pretty like... focus on like some spiritual development and leadership development and that kind of stuff. But so we do a couple of events where we get together and it's just like, let's build community and friendship with each other, all of us and all the students. So great. And so we went bowling and it was hilarious. And Kiana and the kids came, which was really fun too. And so like Maisie and Jude were connecting with some of my middle school student leaders because they're finally getting old enough to like do that and be able to be at an event without freaking out. And so it was really fun. And so
awesome.
I just get to do such fun stuff with students. Maybe a different aspect of my job that I'm also really thankful for on a similar level is we just get to plan the most absurd stuff. Like being a youth pastor, like me and Stone every year, and now like Hannah and Ivy are a part of that too. But we get to plan camp. It's 4 days of whatever we want it to be. Like the games, they will be whatever we want the games to be. Like we get to sit down and invent absurd things.
Yeah. Or and you guys do. You like literally build things and like come up with stuff all the time.
We built towers with trap doors that floated in the water this last year.
Yeah, like just sick. So much cool stuff.
So
really creative.
No, like that part of it is really fun too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
100%. Right. I was like,
I keep doing that too.
Like, what are we waiting for? All right, here we go.
Oh, I thought I was gonna land on the green.
All right, it's just a revelation that you've had, something that the Lord has shown you, revealed to you.
Oh wow, that's a good one. There's also I feel like quite a few. Like I have a few like solid things that I've kind of feel like since I've been an adult. kind of like built my understanding of the Lord
Yeah.
on like moments with him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously based in the word, but like encounters I've had.
Yeah.
One that I'm super thankful for is, this is probably the oldest revelation I feel like I can think of that I've personally had, but I'm not going to name the person because I just don't want to name them, but like a more famous worship person, especially coming out of like the Bethel environment. But this happened way before I was ever at Bethel. A person came to our church and did a like big live recording of their gospel album. I think her name's Shona,
No,
something like that. I forget her name.
Yeah, I remember who you're
But
talking about, but
and she featured a very, like, I would say in the Christian environment, very famous guy, and he came and sang. And I still believe this about this person too. I'm not trying to like discredit them, but he was worshiping, and I remember I opened my eyes during worship and like watched him worshiping, and I just thought like, wow, he really loves the Lord. And then it was like I was driving somewhere not that long after by myself, and I was just in the car and I was thinking about it again, and I was like, man, I could really tell he loved the Lord. And immediately I like heard the voice of God say, or just like in my spirit or whatever, just felt like the Lord was like, what you're seeing is not how much he loves me. What you're seeing is how much he lets me love him. Like how aware he is of how much I love him.
dang.
And that's what he's worshiping out of.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh. And it was funny because like we've kind of all been on this journey of figuring out like beloved identity. That's something we say a lot. And like there's kind of this like train of thought of just like we are created for love. And that's like the basis of what we believe. And that's like the basis of our theology is that like God created us to love us.
Yeah.
It's not like to have an army of people or to save like it's because he loved us.
Yeah.
And he wants to continue to love us. And it wasn't even like, I hadn't even really gotten on that train of thought at all yet when I felt like the Lord said that to me, like that being the basis of our theology. Obviously, I knew like, oh, God loves me and stuff like that. But it felt like at the time it was more like, oh, like how well can I love the Lord? And like, what can I do for God and stuff?
Yeah.
And it was coming out of almost like works and stuff like that instead of like coming out of, okay, this is who I am and this is who God is. So that's why I can do all these things.
Yeah.
But so it was cool because it was like, it felt very unprompted by like hearing anybody else say something or like hearing a certain message and being like, oh, I agree with that. I'm going to like have that revelation. It truly felt like that was just a revelation I had with the Lord on my own.
Yeah.
And just like out of the relationship I have with him. And then it like has continued to impact me. So I think about it all the time. Like
it's good.
None of what people are seeing in me is because I'm so good at loving God.
Yeah.
It's just because I'm growing in the awareness of how much he loves me.
Yeah. It's good.
Which makes a huge impact on my life.
Come on.
So
come on now.
Thankful for that.
Be thankful for it. Do it. Amen. God's really good, man.
He is so good.
Let's go.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the whole thing to pop up. Something our parents taught us or like carry, like something they themselves carry or something that they taught us.
All right.
Or you, I guess, taught you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a bit off the wall because I feel like this isn't something that we normally talk about when we do talk about, like, because we have many conversations about, wow, like we're thankful for mom and dad. We'll have that conversation like
just in
there's
our
no
normal
camera
day-to-day.
or microphones. There's no one else around. Like we talk about all the time. And so it's a bit off the wall, but one thing that I always saw from both mom and dad, I think especially within the context of ministry, but even within the context of just like our family or like providing for our family.
Yeah.
But they always had this, they just always really walked in this like, okay, you know what? There may not be anyone else to do this, and that's all right. We'll do it. and like, or maybe more so the concept of like, we're called to this. We don't need to feel like it's gonna be easy. We're just gonna do it. Like,
Mhm.
it's I guess what I'm trying to say, or maybe a more succinct way of saying is like determination, or
Yeah.
or just like buckling down and getting it done.
Mhm.
Like, but they really, I mean, they really did that. Like,
Yeah.
dad had
Still,
seasons,
dad
yes,
still does that,
right.
and mom.
Yeah, there were seasons where like things from a financial perspective um probably got some level of like less comfortable or
Mm.
uneasy, and or less stable,
Yeah.
and dad just buckled in, mom buckled in, said, that's cool, like, the Lord is good, he's going to provide for us, and we are going to like do what he's put on our hearts, and
Yeah.
like we're going to put our hand to the plow, so to speak, and just go after it. There
Yeah.
were seasons of like stuff with the church or an event or just like a random day where it's like, this has to be done by Sunday morning for this service or this event on a Saturday night or whatever. And it's like looking around, man, we probably could use some hands here to help. And instead it's like mom and dad are like, all right, it don't matter. We'll do it. That's fine. We'll get this done before the event starts, like
Yeah.
whatever. And I just think like that's huge. Like I can see, not that I'm calling myself the most like grind person ever, but like I experience that, like when
Mm.
there's no one else to do it, or if other people just aren't called to it and it's a calling that's on my life, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fine. Let's get it. And we're gonna have fun while we do it,
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, I think that's it.
No, that's really
That's
good.
what I'm thankful
They
for.
definitely are very good at that.
Thank you, mom and dad.
Oh wait, you spin.
Oh, right.
I
Yeah.
was gonna spin
No,
again.
I keep forgetting
It's
about
okay.
spinning. All right. Here we go.
Hate the twirl.
Tell me an animated character that you're thankful
Oh my gosh. An animated character. I think I'm thankful for Cody from Surf's Up.
for. Nice one.
I just love that movie.
Wipe out. That's fun.
And it's a great movie. He's a great character.
Oh man,
Just
Shia
like,
LaBeouf was a genius with
Yeah.
that one.
it's not like it's had like some massive impact on me or anything. I just love that movie and that character. And I was gonna say something more generic like Disney or something, but I was like, no, I love Surf's Up.
Oh,
So
Surf's Up is one of
I
the
would
most
say
underrated.
if I
animated movies
wasn't gonna say
ever.
Cody from Surf's Up, I would have to say Rodney Copperbottom from Robots.
All right.
But-
man, these are good answers.
Two fantastic movies.
Yeah. Oh, Robots is also so underrated,
Yeah.
man.
You know what Caden told me the other day? He's like, guess what I watched on, I don't remember what he was doing. He was like doing something and in the background had a movie playing. I was like, what? He's like, Robots. It's free on YouTube right now.
No
So I was
way.
like, oh.
Sounds like I might spend about an hour and a half on YouTube at some point soon. That's fire.
That's funny.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Yep. You
Man, we're
spin
not good at this.
next. We've only got a couple
Uh,
left each.
Yeah, I have only two more for you. Not a song, but a band/artist. I feel like I know your answer, but
A band/artist that I'm thankful for. Yeah, I mean, I could go some like very easy directions and say that I'm thankful for like the Beatles or John Bellion.
Yeah,
because
that's what one of those is what I thought.
But I think those are obvious. Like they're obvious that I'm thankful for them. I'm gonna go a different direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna say one of the artists that I'm thankful for is Andy Mineo.
Oh, he just came out with that thing you sent me.
Yeah. He's got some new music coming out, which is exciting. And the thing is, he's had a couple of projects in the more recent years that I haven't like super loved every part of them.
Yeah.
But I think he always has at least one song on every project that I definitely enjoy. I think the reason I'm thankful for him and his music is because it was definitely like a unifier for so many of me and my friends when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Andy Mineo was one of the rappers in, I know that Christian rap goes way further back than when he started.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Christian rap hit a level of quality around the time when he was going off that it had never hit before. And in a weird way, I think also hasn't hit since. Like that was kind of the height of it.
Yeah.
And I was pretty locked into not listening to secular music, especially secular rap. And as a rule, mom and dad had, and listened to that rule for the most part. And so Andy Mineo's music was, I listened to that junk all the time. And it was, he had a couple of albums where every song in the album was good. Like every song he didn't miss. And so yeah. And it was a unifier for me and a lot of friends. Like we just had a lot of fun listening to his music. Nick, Ethan, the biggest one would be Rocco.
Yeah.
But like these are some of my best friends from, like those years where listening to Andy Mineo and some of the other rappers too, but like it was a big deal. We get in the car and just straight up jam from point A to point B. No
Every
chill,
word.
volume on 30 out of 30 in the Ford Focus and
the blueberry.
Yeah. And go hard. So yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Here we go. It's a 50-50 shot here.
Yeah.
We don't even have to spin the last
thing
one.
On it now.
Yeah. All right. Oh, here you go. Brand of jeans. I just have heard you talk about this a couple times.
Abercrombie. It was like the 4th episode in a row where I've talked about Abercrombie. But yeah, I love Abercrombie. I'm wearing Abercrombie jeans right now. So
nice.
They have the best fit, and they come in long and short and regular and extra long, I think, and extra short. And they also have curve love, where it's like if your waist is and your hips are like a really big size difference, you get curve love, and then it actually fits your waist.
Oh, well,
and
there you go.
Usually jeans never work for me for that reason. So I'm just a huge fan of Abercrombie.
This helped somebody.
Yeah, and their jeans also last very long. Like they're good quality.
There you go.
And the fit's good. Their guys' pants are also really good too.
Yeah.
Caden has.
I'm wearing Abercrombie pants right now, actually.
Oh, nice.
Joggers though. It's like sweatpants.
Not jeans, but
not jeans.
like we just got a pair of pants for Caden from Abercrombie. He was wearing them on Sunday at church. Great pants. So they've got really good jeans.
Oh, man.
Whether you're a man or a woman, go to Abercrombie for your jeans this season.
That's funny.
Buy your significant other a pair of good jeans from Abercrombie for Christmas.
There we go.
There you go.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
All right, spin that wheel. It's one option.
Something
I
about
like how the writing is small enough. Like I can't even read the little writing over there.
I like him just know it because I wrote it down. But something about a friend.
Wow.
So pick a friend. Any friend.
Pick a friend.
Also, we only have a couple minutes, so kind of rapid fire.
We're going fast. All right. Pick a friend. Sam Sudney.
Oh, wow. We've been talking about Sam Sudney a few times on the podcast too.
Sam is
our foreign graphic tee guy.
Yes. Oh, that's right. We have mentioned him a couple times.
Yeah.
Sam has evolved from someone that like in terms of in terms of like my friendship with him, like when I first met him and he was like an intern on the team and then I got hired. And he's like a few years younger than me for sure. More than a few. But when he was an intern, I was just like, I don't know if my personality and his personality will ever be like, I don't know if I'll ever be really tight. Like, I don't know. I don't think he really gets me, and I don't know if I really get him. I've shared this with him many times.
Yeah.
He agrees.
This isn't news.
He agrees, yeah. And then it just like slowly but surely, and it was also kind of a product of circumstance. Like people left the team, interns left, and this and that. And next thing you know,
just you and Sam.
For the most part, it was just me and Sam. Although it was prior to that I really started being like, I love Sam and we're really close. But especially once it was really just him and I mean, genuinely, he is one of my favorite people to talk to, spend time with. And I guess the something about him is him and I just like very organically, naturally, we just end up talking about the Lord like every week together.
That's
every
awesome.
week. It's so much fun. And then we also have so much fun playing games together.
Yeah.
The guy
He's
is
super fun.
he's very quick to laugh. Like, and
Yeah.
that's something that
Which
him
is
and I
funny
have in
because at first
common.
I felt like he was so serious.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, you are like, yeah.
No,
you're funny.
he's like, I mean, he can be serious, but
Yeah.
he's also like, he is so quick to just enjoy whatever's going on.
Yeah.
And it's like, I share that quality with him, and it's like, we just bond over that for sure. So
yeah, he's awesome.
All right.
That's good. My last one.
Last one is, I'll say it quickly. How much time?
Like a minute.
All right. 2024 experience.
Oh man. Okay. Well, there's another obvious answer for that one, but try and find something else.
Gotta end on a bang.
Going on vacation with Caden's family.
Oh, sick.
I was gonna say get engaged, but yeah, going on vacation with Caden's family. We went in August, down to Alabama, and we're just like in a like condo on the beach all week. So much fun, and just like traveling with their family in general is always a good time. It's always a road trip, which is like actually so great and so fun. And it was just like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I won't take forever because obviously we don't have a lot of time, but like, I absolutely love Caden's family. I've said it before.
Yeah.
They're literally
Me too.
I could just
They go with the flow.
I could just cry thinking about all of them.
I
like
love
literally
how they
all
go
of
with the
them.
flow.
It's so, and like now every Sunday we have dinner at their house, family dinner. It's just like I just feel like I am a part of their family, like so integrated, and I feel like they love me and I love them so much. And so going on that trip was really fun.
Yeah, it's legit.
But anyway,
love that.
That's our Thanksgiving episode.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Come back next week for our Christmas episode.
Let's go.
I think.
That was good.
But yeah, we will see you guys next Sunday.
Yeah, let's go.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day.
Except for we're going to be eating ham.
Oh, yeah. No, screw turkey, actually. Ham is so much better.
Yeah, save the turkeys.
Yeah, save the turkeys.
Eat
slaughter
the ham. Bye, guys.
Bye.